Yes, you did. It's on the front door and in the front of the house.
Bitch, cause your dog was right there, dumbass white bitch.
Oh, racist. Okay. Racist as fuck.
What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Bitch, you still have yet to come across the street. You still have yet to come across the street.
Because when you get sued for macing dogs and a 7-day-old baby, have fun.
With that nasty trifling ass motherfucking nose ring, bitch.
Okay.
Dude, it's over, man. Let's I said it's over. Let's drop it. I don't know if you.
Fuck these motherfuckers, bitch. I think they're coming out here antagonizing me. Bitch,
You've been sitting out front of our house.
I don't come to this job unprepared. Bitch, you walk over here, bitch, you gonna leave like Swiss cheese, bitch. I'm gonna turn you to Swiss cheese, bitch. Like I said, bitch, you'll be turned into.
Alright. Welcome back, everybody. Y'all notice y'all boy Solo 4, and y'all know this is So What's the Issue? Today I'm going to be talking about the dog, the postman spraying the dog with pepper spray or whatever it was with the situation. So everybody knows, anybody that's seen the situation knows that we didn't get to see the actual video. So we don't actually know what happened before the cameras came on. But since the cameras came on, that's what I'm going to be talking about. So, so if anybody that hasn't seen the situation, which I should have posted on the beginning of this video, but for the people that haven't seen the situation, what happened was somebody went to somebody's house. You know, postman went to somebody's house. He is delivering mail. Somebody opens up the door, has a dog come out. He sprays the dog. A baby also got sprayed, you know, with the mace and stuff like that. And you know, the internet's really divided on whose side to take on this. And you know, this one, for me, there's a clear-cut person in the wrong, but, let me get into it. So, basically, the first thing that I gotta say, I 100% agree. If somebody opens up the door while you're delivering mail to their property, and I don't know how it works, but if they open up the door and the dog comes running out, and you feel, threatened, scared, whatever, you hurry up and spray. Now, for the person that, baby got sprayed, I'm sorry that your baby got sprayed. I'm not that type of person to say that anybody's right, wrong in that matter because, it's an innocent baby that has nothing to do with the situation. But the situation called for him spraying the dog if y'all opened up the door and the dog came running out. Now, let me get into the part where he's wrong. And I know that people have told him where he's wrong. I've seen it in the comments. You can't do that at your job as far as cussing, yelling, and whatever. I 100%, oh yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, it seems like he lost his job. They have a GoFundMe on his page. Please go donate to his cause if y'all believe that he was in the right, which I believe that he was in the right, so I probably will donate some money to him. But in the situation, you were right in the situation for spraying the dog. The only place that you went wrong in the situation was, yelling, cussing, doing all the things that you were doing. And I understand it's a high pressure situation. You probably got them yelling at you, probably got them doing all types of this, and that. But I 100% believe that you would still have your job if you just sprayed the dog and moved on about your day. And I think that's fair. I think that's fair in the situation that, because I understand why the post service would be like, hey, this is a liability situation. We got to let this person go. And I know that's a bad situation to be in the middle of. I've been in the middle of some situations as far as jobs go. So I know that's something that can really, put you in a bad place and stuff like that. Like I said, still want you to know that you were right for that specific part of the situation. But as far as like cussing people out, yelling, screaming and stuff, and then the Swiss cheese thing and all of that stuff, like, that's when you lost your situation. That's when you lost your case. And I hate that for you, because if it wasn't for a person opening up the door in the first place, you wouldn't have been put in this situation. And I really do feel for you in that degree, like, because nobody deserves to lose their job off the back of somebody else's stuff. Now, what I want to say to the people that own the dog, pause. The thing that I want to say to the person that owns the dog, you have to understand his side of the story too. I understand that your dog got sprayed. I understand that your baby got sprayed, and I understand that it was a bad situation. But you have to understand, everybody does not like dogs. Not everybody can handle being around dogs, and not everybody's comfortable being around dogs that they don't know. Now, who's to say that once the dog got out, the dog would have bit him and did whatever? He would have been suing y'all. He would have been doing stuff towards y'all. And I'm not saying that, that's what should have happened or whatnot. But the simple fact of the matter is, y'all put him in a really bad situation where he had to decide, hey, lawsuit or get bit by a dog. And I'm going to tell you this, in that situation, I'm almost guaranteeing lawsuit never once crossed his mind. I can almost promise you that a lawsuit never crossed his mind in the situation. And people in general that own dogs, understand, not everybody is okay being around your dog. I got 2 dogs. I'm not somebody that particularly likes dogs. I only own dogs because of a certain situation. I didn't want to see these 2 dogs given up. But in general, I don't have my dogs running around the neighborhood. And this isn't to the person in the video, but I don't have my dogs running around the neighborhood. I don't have my dogs being freely outside, being unobserved and stuff like that. When you own a dog, you have a responsibility to your community, because I know we done all probably been in a bad situation with a dog that was running straight down the street, but you know who the dog belonged to. You had to jump on top of a car. You had to go do this and that. Like, if you know your dog is prone to do something violent, whether you wanted your mail or not, you should have waited for the mailman to go, off your porch. Go here, go there. Like, you have to start people that own dogs, that have to start learning that there's more than just a responsibility. You have to actually know that your dog could harm somebody else, and you don't want to put your dog in a situation, if you love your dog, for your dog to be put down or anything like that. Even if you feel like your dog is super friendly, like, you still cannot do that to people that aren't okay with being around dogs. And you can't put anybody in that type of high pressure situation where they got to make a decision, especially somebody that's trying to deliver your mail. I'll say this. No, it shouldn't be this way. No, specifically, it should not have to be this way. But because of this situation, anybody that owns a dog, if your dog, and not even just, but if your dog barks when people come to the door, if your dog is quick to jump on people and stuff like that, please get a mailbox outside of your gate, outside of your door, out off of the property where somebody can, like, just do what they got to do and move on about their day. Because you putting that person in a situation caused this situation. And I really do hate that somebody's baby got maced in this situation, because that really does suck. And I know, for being a parent, you probably are, whatever. But that person was right in that situation to defend themselves. And yes, it is called defending yourself in that situation. I understand the situation, but you could have. And I know irrationality when it comes to high pressure situations and how angry you are and stuff like that. I know how these things go. I know that you really saw that this situation was coming about, and you were like, oh my God, this and that. It happened. You went to your truck. They came outside. They kind of antagonized you a little bit. So you started going back and forth with them and this and that. But you owed yourself the responsibility. You owed yourself and I don't even know, you owed yourself the situation to feel like you were right. But you turned around and you were wrong, because you went off script and started yelling, cussing, Swiss cheese this and white bee that and all types of stuff like that. But I still get it. But this is what I want people to understand. There's a fine line between you being completely right in the situation and you being wrong in the situation, because where you start to be wrong in the situation is when you start to go out of character. Now, if anybody does anything to you, defend yourself to the fullest. I don't care. Defend yourself to the fullest. But in situations where it's your chance to react to the situation. This is what I was talking about a year ago with the guy and the girl that was inside the chicken restaurant, and the girl was, you know, arguing with the dude was arguing with her, and he reached out and punched her, and then the son, you know, shot him. Because it's like, you owe yourself in the situation to walk away. Both the people in the chicken situation, y'all both owed yourself in the situation out. And yes, the mom in that situation was responsible for murder, just the same way as if he was arguing with her and she would have slapped him and his girlfriend would have pulled out a gun and shot him. Now, this is the thing that I would like to say still about that situation. She texted her son to come inside the store because that's the way she was okay with the situation going. Putting her young son in a situation where he had to take a life or give his mom the gun to take a life. It wasn't right for the guy to hit her. But what y'all need to start understanding, outside of your own anger, there is still a world that exists. A lot of y'all do way too much to prove that y'all still with it, that y'all not the bitch in the situation, that y'all will go about the situation however, whatever way that y'all would go about the situation. A lot of y'all do that. We have to come out of this mind state of where we are always taking everything to the umpteenth degree. And I'm pretty sure if you ask the dude, like, hey, nah, fuck that job, I don't even care, because, you know, it's just a job, fuck it, I don't, whatever, I'll go get another one. But still, you signed up, you worked that job, and now you don't have that job anymore. And now you have to go through a time period of finding another job, which is going to, unless you get unemployment, which I hope you get unemployment, please, God, let them get unemployment. But you put yourself in a situation where now you lose your job. Now you put yourself in a situation where you lose your way of living. And I don't know if you live by yourself. I don't know if you live with other people, but you still got to make ends meet. You still have to not go to jail. You still have to live your life. And the reason why I'm saying this is because people really need to understand that just because you're angry don't mean you get to react. And I really hate that people in our community keep losing their lives over situations that wasn't even that big, trying to prove that you're not a bitch, trying to prove that you still gotta have some respect in the situation, and ain't nobody gonna have the last word but you. And I understand, because I grew up the same way. I still got into those fights. But this day, right here, right now, I'm 28 years old, just turned 28. I look at life so much different after I turned 23. You cannot do the same things that you used to do. We have to stop doing the things that we see. We have to stop trying to impress other people or not look like a bitch to other people. Like, I've seen a situation, I'm going to give y'all an example. Two people were going back and forth. One guy looked around, and this is where you knew he really was like, bro, I can't back out the situation now. And you could tell his heart wasn't in it. He looked around. He seen a group of people that stopped their day to come and see what they had going on. And then he realized, like, oh shit, I gotta stand on business. I can't look like no bitch in front of everybody. And this is me thinking what he thought. He really looked around, because he really looked around at everybody else. And then he went full force back into the, nah, because you a bitch, nigga. Nah, yeah. And I mean, like, he turned it up a whole nother level. And sad situation, he didn't win the situation. Sad situation, he just did not win the situation. That's the reality of it. And, you know, I don't know who the catalyst of that specific situation was. All I know is that one person started going, another person started going. They stopped for a second because the other guy was looking around like shit, and then turned back around and was like, nah, because and then it was just what it was after that. And I really hate that really these situations go all the way up to people losing their lives. Like the Swiss cheese dog, I understand that you were upset. I understand that you probably didn't want to fight, whatever the situation called for. I'm pretty sure that whatever happened with that situation was whatever happened with that situation in your mind mentally. But you can pull off. You didn't win the situation. You did everything that you were supposed to. I could have looked at you and I could have saluted you for getting in your van after the situation and pulling off. But because you went to the white bitch, because you went to the Swiss cheese, because you went back and forth, and Everybody knows what a funny moment is on the internet. We get it. We laughed a couple times, but it wasn't worth it. You got a livelihood. You gotta have your livelihood at the end of the day. And I really want people to understand. I'm done with it. I really want people to understand there's things going on outside of yourself. You have to continue to live on. After you win, you got to be done. But this is Solo Fo, and this is So What's the Issue? Thank y'all.